What's up guys, Crafty here, and on behalf of 1up Collectibles, I'm going to be bringing you an instructional video on how to play the Resident Evil deck building game. Now the Resident Evil deck building game is themed around the popular video game franchise Resident Evil. It is a deck building game because throughout the game you're going to be purchasing cards and adding them to your deck, which allows you to get bigger and better cards, which allows you to defeat bigger and badder infected inside of the mansion. All of the infected are worth decorations. The person who has the most decorations at the end of the game wins. Next, I'm going to start off with the description of all of the cards. Now, there are a variety of different cards that you will see throughout the game. You will see ammo cards, item cards, weapons, actions, and also infected events and characters. Now, to begin, you are going to select a character. The character is who you represent. The character has a set amount of health, and also the amount of infected you defeated determines what abilities you have throughout the rest of the game. These powerful abilities, once activated, will usually turn the tide in your favor, or usually a very set way of playing the game. For example, Barry Burton specializes in magnums. Now, after characters, you have to know ammunition. Ammunition is the bread and butter of the game. You're going to be seeing this card a lot. There are three types of ammunition. What you have to understand is at the bottom there is a plus for ammo and a plus for gold. This card gives you plus 20 ammo and plus 20 gold for the turn. Ammo is spent on weapons. All weapons have an ammo requirement. Once the weapon's ammo requirement is met or exceeded, you can use that weapon for that turn. When you use the ammo, the gold is also available for the turn, so it is not an either or. You may use the ammo and the gold for the turn. The gold is used in your buy phase, which allows you to purchase cards and add them to your discard pile, which then get shuffled into your inventory. We will explain that later. Next up, we have weapon cards. Weapons, when purchased, go into your deck and are used to kill the infected. As you see here, as I mentioned earlier, the ammo requirement at the bottom left-hand corner. Once you have enough ammo in your field to play this card, this is how much damage it'll do. It is listed in the right-hand corner. For example, the assault machine gun needs 40 ammo, and it will deal 20 damage once you use it in the mansion. There are a variety of different cards. The 6-shooter is a magnum, the handgun is a pistol, and the assault machine gun is a machine gun. You will notice these under the main name and a little bit of a yellow text right there. The cost is in the upper right hand corner for almost every single card. Next we have actions. Actions allow you to do powerful things on your turn, such as draw additional cards, gain you extra ammo, or gain you extra gold. Some cards will even gain you extra actions, buys, or explores. For example, the merchant does 3 things. He gives you more gold for the turn once this action is played. He gives you additional cards, and he gives you an additional buy for the turn. All actions can be purchased in the field and are worth a variety of different levels. Next, we'll explain the mansion. The mansion is where you will explore. There are usually a variety of different things inside the mansion. For example, you have event cards. Event cards, when revealed, go off immediately. What you do is you follow the text at the bottom when they are revealed. Usually event cards are taken out of the game once they are played. Sometimes you'll find a token. For example, the rocket launcher. Once the rocket launcher is revealed, as stated at the bottom, you gain 1 rocket launcher weapon. It is added to your pile, your inventory. And what is usually found in the mansion are a variety of big baddies. These are the infected. You will recognize some of these from the Resident Evil franchise. The zombie male, the licker, both from Resident Evil 2, and this big bad guy, who is a boss monster. Boss monsters are the end game, if you want to put it that way. They have the highest health, usually the highest damage, and are worth the most decorations. Once the boss monster is defeated, the game is over, decorations are tallied, and you see who wins. These are the lesser infected. You'll see at the bottom left-hand corner the amount of health each one has. If you fail to defeat it, this is how much damage it will do you in the middle. And on the bottom right-hand side is how many decorations they're worth. Now, to defeat an infected, once you explore the mansion, you reveal the card. If this card comes up and you do not have enough damage listed in your field to beat its health, then you take the amount of damage on your character and you place the infected at the bottom of the mansion. Now we're going to talk about what you can do during your turn. Once it is your turn, you have three things you can do. You have one action, one buy, and one explore. What that allows you to do is you can play one action from your hand, you can buy one item from the field, and you can explore the mansion once. Some items, when played, will grant you extra buys, actions, or let you explore more than once. Now, the basic starting hand is what you see here. You have 7 10 ammos, you have one handgun, and 2 combat knives. This is your starting inventory. What you do with your starting inventory is you shuffle it. Move your character to a reasonable place. Shuffle it up. Draw 5 cards. Place your inventory next to your character. And you take your turn. During your turn, what you do is you take your hand. I have 4 10 ammo and 1 combat knife. What you do is you lay the cards into your field to show that they are being played. So right now I have 40 ammo and 40 gold to play. I will also lay my combat knife down to show that I actually have a weapon. My combat knife has a 0 ammo requirement, so I do not need to use any of my ammo to play it. It also deals 5 damage. Now, you can take your action, your buy, or your explore at any point during your turn. There is no set limit. So you can take your buy first, then play your actions, or you can play your actions, take your buy, and so forth. So, I'm going to take my buy first. I have 40 gold. I look into the field in the upper right-hand corner of all the cards, and I see what I can afford. You can purchase cards that are equal to or less than the amount of ammo you have. So with that 40 gold, I'm going to a 20 ammo. 20 ammo is worth 30 gold. So after I buy it, it is considered a gain. When you gain a card in game terms, your gained card goes into your discard pile, not your inventory. It is placed into your discard pile aside of your inventory. Now, I still have an action and an explorer to go. I have no actions in my hand. I have an empty hand. All my cards are onto the field. I only have 5 damage to go into the mansion with, so I don't want to make it a suicide run. So, at the end of my turn, I discard all the cards in my field and in my hand to the discard pile. I draw 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them into my hand, and then I pass play to the next player. While they go, I can look at what I have in my hand and determine a strategy until it's my turn. So, play passes all the way around, it gets to me again. So, I get to play one more time. I will play 3 10 ammos, my handgun, and my combat knife. Now, I have 30 ammo and 30 gold to play. I'll take my buy again, first off, and place it into my discard pile, because I gained it. Now, I have 30 ammo as well. The bottom left-hand corner of my handgun says I need 20 ammo requirement to run the handgun. I have enough ammo, so I spend that ammo into this weapon. I have 10 ammo remaining. This allows me to deal 10 damage to any infected I reveal. This, combined with my combat knife, gives me 15 damage to go in. I am indicating that I am exploring. I have shown the weapons I'm going to use, and I reveal the top of the mansion. Okay. Good example. I have 15 damage to go in. He is 60 health. This is Nemesis T-type. I do not defeat him. He deals me 40 damage because I could not defeat him. My character begins with 80 health. He would have been worth 5 decorations, but because I did not defeat him, he deals me damage, and it goes on to the bottom of the mansion. I am now down to 40 health. My turn is over. I take my cards, put them into the discard pile, and draw from my inventory. Because I have no inventory, I take my discard pile, shuffle it up, and this becomes my new inventory. I then draw the requisite amount of cards that I'm supposed to draw, which would be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I then pass play, and then look at my turn. I'm going to play one more turn just to show you, since it's pretty much just a gold hand. It becomes my turn again. I lay down my cards. This gives me 70 gold. This is a really good hand. So with that 70 gold, I'm going to take a look at all of my options. I'm going to take this action. This action allows me, when it is played, it gives me 10 additional gold, and I draw 3 cards. Now, with this action in particular, and with any action, you do the bottom half first, and then resolve any text above it. So I would draw 3 cards first, and then I would trash 1 card from my hand. Trashing a card puts it back into the field. So any cards that are still in my hand, minimum 3 because of this card, I would trash one of those to the field, and then that would be the end of the action. It goes into my discard because it is gained, it is bought. I can't do anything else. Take my field and my hand, put it into the discard pile, draw 5 new cards. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you actually defeat an undead. Give you, let's say, turn has progressed a few times, and it is now my turn again. This is my starting hand. So I have a 10 ammo, 2 20 ammos, a pump action shotgun, and a handgun. So, take these cards, I lay all my ammo in the field, gives me 50 ammo and 50 gold. I then lay down my pump action shotgun and my handgun. Now, I only have 50 ammo. I could run only the handgun or only the pump action shotgun. I could not run both because that would be 60 ammo. I decide I want to run the pump action shotgun. Pump action shotgun gives me 25 damage, and when it is used I get an additional explore this turn. In this case, I'm going to explore first before I buy. So with my 25 damage, I'm going into the mansion. Flip over the top card and reveal it. Dr. Salvador. Dr. Salvador has 20 health, so I have more than enough damage to defeat him. Now that he is defeated, I gain 2 decorations. When the infected is defeated, he goes under my character, like so, to indicate that I have defeated him. This adds to my overall decoration total. Now we're going to talk about character abilities and overall health. So, here I have Mikhail. Up in the upper right corner is his health. Down here, we have his abilities. Level 1 and level 2. 2 shield icons, a 0 and a 5. The level 1 ability says weapons cost you 10 less to buy. This is how many decorations you need to run the ability. Since it is a 0, he automatically starts the game with this ability. So any weapons that he would buy cost 10 less. In order to use his second level ability, I need at least 5 decorations under him. Right now I currently only have 2, so I cannot use his level 2 ability. Now, let's talk about the health. As I said before, upper right hand corner is the character's maximum health. When a character's current health is reduced to 0 or less, the character is considered killed. Once the character has 0 health, the character is flipped over. Any cards in your discard pile, your hand, and your inventory get shuffled together to form a new inventory. If you died before playing any actions or buys for that turn, you do not get them. You are immediately killed. So this is your new starting inventory. And play is passed. Once play comes back around to you, you draw 5 cards, and then you flip your character over. Because you died, you come back into play with 20 less maximum health. Because you come back into play with 20 less maximum health, that would give my character 60 overall. This is to indicate that he has died. Minus 20. If a character's maximum health is reduced to 0 or less, that character is out of the game permanently. He has died for the final time. You can no longer do anything else in the game. You are dead. Now that I've shown you some of the basics, let's actually play a few hands. I am a very big proponent of showing how to play a game rather than teaching. I can teach you how to play, but showing you how to play gives you a little bit more understanding of how everything works. So, comes back around to my turn. Draw 5 cards. This is what I have in my hand. I have an action, 3 ammos, and a handgun. My turn, I'm going to lay down 50 ammo, my handgun, and my handgun. Now, because of what reload does, move 1 weapon from your discard pile to your hand. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do a little bit of a strategy right now. Since I have 50 ammo, or 50 gold as well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy first before I play my action. I'm going to pump action shotgun. Goes into my discard pile. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now play my action. Move 1 weapon from your discard pile to your hand. I play my action. There is 1 weapon in the discard pile. I take that weapon, put it into my hand. I now have it to play. And because reload gives me 20 ammo, I now have 70 ammo. My pump action shotgun requires 40, my handgun requires 20. That's 60 overall. I can use both weapons. Both weapons together give me 35 damage to go into the mansion. So I'm now finally going to use my Explore. Going to flip over the top card of the mansion. It is an infected bat, 15 health. I easily destroy it. I take that card, put it under my character, and I do have another Explore. However, the shotgun is an interesting story. The 2 Explorers that you get with the shotgun must be either used simultaneously or apart. Let's do a scenario where it would actually work, so I could show you better. Let's say you're exploring. You have 35 damage to reveal. You reveal the first one. 2 explorers, 35 damage. Zombie male. 20 health. Easily killable. Now, I have 15 remaining damage. With that damage, I could explore again and hope to flip over a card that is 15 or less health. So I take the risk, I flip it. This is my second explorer. It's a zombie female, 15 health. I defeat both. I take both cards, 2 decorations, place them under my character, since I defeated them. Multiple explorers can get a little tricky. Now, if I were to split up those explorers, I could take my first explorer, put them back on top, and explain what happens if you take your explorers separately. 35 damage to explorers. What I do is I flip over the first one. Look at it. Zombie male. Now, if I were to stop now, I could take my explorer later on in the turn. However, because I attacked this character, or I went into the mansion with 1 explorer, I would have to use one of my weapons that would have enough health, or have enough damage to defeat it. The shotgun has 25, so I would use that to destroy the zombie. Let's say now I take my buy, and I decide to explore later. To explore multiple times during your turn, separately, you must have 2 or more weapons. Now I could only go into the mansion with the handgun. 10 damage. Multiple explorers can get pretty tricky, but later on in the game when you have better weaponry, it can be a little easier to handle. And that is usually a rule that people tend to get wrong. Discard. Draw 5 new cards. And we continue. Play goes around back to me. So, I have a 10 and a 20 ammo, pump action shotgun and a combat knife, and Umbrella Corp, another action. Before laying my weapons, I decided to play the action. The action gives me 2 cards. So once it's played, I draw 2 cards. It also gives me another action if I had another action to play. Once I draw the 2 cards, I then do the text above it. Move 1 card from your hand to the top of your inventory. So since that's in the playing field, the 2 cards that I drew were Ominous Battle and another ammo. So I look at what I drew from my hand to the top of my inventory. Choose the combat knife. Use this combat knife. Go away. Since I gain an extra action from Umbrella Corp, and I have another action in my hand, I decide to play Ominous Battle. Draw 3 cards. Play it. 1, 2, 3. Ominous Battle also makes me trash 1 card from my hand. I can get rid of some of the garbage cards I have right now, like this combat knife. So I trash 1 card. I now have additional ammo to play because it's what I've drawn. Put them into the field. I now lay my weapon indicating I want to use it. I have plenty of ammo, 25 damage, 2 explorers. I decide to use the explorer and easily kill the 15 health zombie. Add it to my decoration pile. That puts me up to 5 decorations. That is enough to run my 2nd level ability. I still have a buy left. 50, 60, 70, 80 from Ominous Battle. And with that 80, I decide to use Mikhail's 1st level ability. Weapons cost 10 less to buy. 6 shooters normally 90 gold, but with Mikhail's level 1 ability, it puts it to 80. I can afford this. I put it into my discard pile. My turn is over. I do not wish to explore again. I only had 1 weapon to begin with. And I discard the cards. I draw up to 5. I only have 1 card. Shuffle. And draw the remaining 4. Put into my hand. That becomes my inventory and my new hand. I believe that covers pretty much all of the basics of the game, enough for you to start playing. Thank you for watching, and if you wish to join us every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. at 1up Collectibles, we run Board Game Night, where we feature this and many other very good board games. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of 1up Collectibles, this has been CraftyCritter. Thank you, and leave a comment if you wish to see more of this, or if you have a question about specific instructions on other abilities and whatnot. Let us know, and we will get to those videos. Thank you.